Hi folks, welcome back to the 8 Regents of Westeros tournament. So Martell plays Stark in the final round, and the absolute last thing I can record before I go uh, for the week is Ivail's game 2 against Stark. So we have Aloof and apart for Martell, and we have Stark Fealty, okay, bringing the big guns, I guess from both sides. So we are 1-0 down after I lost the first game to Neo, so we kind of need this one, but yeah. Supposed to be David playing this, and unfortunately he had something come up, so it's now Ivailo against Gerald, who yeah, has been playing well in recent times. I'm not sure about this tournament, what his record is like, but I think it's pretty decent. Overshadowed a little bit, probably, by some of the other Stark players who have performed excellently, like Super Duck and Neo, and even Mates in the first part. We set up 2 4 costers without any econ. Ooh, Winter Reserve, so yeah. This is gonna have Carhold, right? Try to stop our stuff. And I think we did kind of predict that Carhold could happen, so there are some answers in the deck, hopefully. Gerald goes first, there's Winterfell as well, so that can be just triggered on the Intrigue challenge to stop threats there, like the last game. And we go Summer Harvest for the 7 gold plus the Aloof reduction, so okay. Well, if Stark was guessing about the matchup here, it could mean that they have the Harris in this one. Would not be super fun for us. Something loyal coming, I think it's Caitlyn. Or maybe it's nothing at all. Just thinking how many reducers has to nail for this, probably. It's Rob, okay. With the dupe. And something else, surely, because otherwise reducers wouldn't have been used. What the hell is this? Shaggy Dog. That's a surprise, okay. We have to play around the direwolf kill event now. Hopefully not. There we are. What else is coming? Okay. Well, this should have been the first thing marshaled. To see what you get. And now, if we keep 2 gold, we don't. Okay, so spend the reducer. Okay. Nope throne. Okay, I would be calling Carhold all game then if that's going to be the plan with the winter stuff. But for this phase, well, I mean, winter is coming, seems like it's a possibility, right? How about just calling that? Going to consider all the threats, I guess. That's the correct call, I think. You could call nightmares, but there's nothing really at this point to play it on. I mean, what else can Stark do with 1 gold? You could call the Direwolf kill event, but it doesn't look like you can pose military anyway. Just getting that Green Blood Trader killed. I think the Reducer is better in this game than Green Blood Trader after it's already triggered. Green Blood Trader is standing, but yeah, you should be able to push Intrigue through anyway, so. Rob can't really do power because Myrcella's not kneeling for that, right? Yeah. I think Intrigue with Duran and see what you get for insight, and then power with the other two. Okay. No particular threat, I don't think, in this one. I mean, nothing you can do for 0 gold from a 4 strength Intrigue. Hits Wyman, that's decent. Stands Rob on demand, so hopefully that's the last Wyman that was available. And overall, not a bad round. Now, do we keep calling Carhold with the Noptron is my question. Okay, go Riddle, and it's barring the gates. Okay, Winter Plot again, and spending it here because it doesn't look like we are going to jump in outside of marshalling in this particular deck. Good news for us, we go second. Just call the Carhold. Good call, Caitlyn could call fast AD stuff that can go quickly against us. Could leave it for challenges again, but I think I'd call Carhold. Haha. And Caitlyn stops Doran's game, but Winterfell already stops that, right? And the Viper can go into a different challenge, which also the Winterfell stops, so I don't know. Okay, Viola doesn't trigger it. It's gonna leave it for challenges. And if now Carhold is marshaled, I think that was a mistake. Ah, frozen solid, so it was a mistake regardless, because it was going to go. Well, something really big is coming. Ah, the fast AD, okay. Okay, we don't rely on character triggers that much. The fact that he has stealth is annoying, though. Try to cancel the reducer, I guess, but against Aloof, probably not going to achieve that much. And would need to return Shaggy Dog, which is one of the few standing characters. At least now they're drawing Graven normally without just playing a time for Wolves, although since it was Winter Reserves, I'm guessing that plot is in the deck anyway, just through Graven by coincidence, and then the plot's just gonna fetch Summer. Or even worse, I mean, it fetches Lady. Cancels the Attendant, but the Aloof reduction and the Grow will allow us to play whatever Lord we want here, so I'm not sure about this. And now Gravewind is... oh, Shaggy Dog is exposed and not that many cards available, although I guess the gate. Well, we can marshal the Lord we were just going to marshal anyway, right? Absolutely nothing stopping us. How about an Anders? Or did it actually complicate things in terms of econ for Ivailo? For instance, if he had a Quentin or something, which he now doesn't. Well, that was my wish, so I'm not gonna complain. Do we have anything now to spend the 2 gold on? Which was supposed to be 4 gold, I guess. It was enough for, I don't know, Edric with some gold for his ability. Ah, there is a spot at Silva. She's not going to be opposed anyway. And now is there a Winter is coming? Because that will force Ivailo to claim something other than the reducer. Even the reducer is not too pleasant in case we get to Harris, I guess. and don't have, although, yeah, actually wouldn't survive the Harris anyway, it'd just be Milario and Anders threat, and Duran is immune. If Gerald wants to get the power on Eddard, needs to attack with both. Very easily done on the military, you get unopposed as well because you have stealth. On the power it's a little more dodgy. Or to rephrase, you can't win it if Ivailo fully defends. And then you have one armory left. I would say just oppose with Myrcella if it's a power challenge, if she's not stealthed. Do your challenges back. If it's a military, just leave it. You get 3 challenges back. Just don't do military first. Which is actually a bit tricky because Anders has a free challenge if he's still standing. Well, even if you do military first, I mean you can win power still, right? Even if they all stand. Okay, they're going power. Are they going individually or together? Together. And what's the stealth situation? Stealth Anders. And there is 14 on defense. You can defend with everyone because Myrcella is not going to kneel, so even if there's some kind of strength boost that messes things up for you, Myrcella's not gonna kneel and you're fine, right? Worst case, you just lose the challenge. Best case, yeah. Of course, Nightmares is the one thing that ruins it, but I don't think it's a disaster. If Nightmares is one of the last 3 cards, and then one is Shaggy Dog and you still have Intrigue Claim, you're not doing too badly. Defend with everyone, take Duran's Insight, I would say. Almost 20 minutes left and we're in round 2. I somehow think this will, once the power starts going, it will go quite quickly. Okay, I think this is the right call. If there's a Nightmares on the run, it's not gonna cost us that much. Yeah, but there isn't even. So now I think we just have to do it in the correct order. Power first with Anders and well, okay. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Now does he trigger the gate before or after? Ooh, Hand's Judgment. So Shaggy Dog is one of the last cards. If he triggers the gate, actually Econ is a bit suspect, but he has 3 reducers. So Anders is going to do power. Well, why not just do it with Myrcella then, because she also has Renown. Yeah, maybe Vilo missed the ability. First challenge you initiate, not the first challenge where Arnders is declared. Okay, we get 7 and we're gonna take dominance. So power is gonna go on the faction card instead of Myrcella, which is okay, but although Myrcella attacking would have been slightly better, because then we'd have an additional one for Renown, it would be 9-0 instead of 8-0. Not a good Morgulus and not a good Dohaeris for Stark, which makes me happy. But a Carhold or something like that still messes things up in terms of our potential to gain any power. If we have the runs game, which at this point would be 3 power, so it's not amazing without Ricasso. We could play Winter Festival, there is one to get around Winterfell. Oh, calling the banners into Winter Festival. Well, it's gonna put some power on the faction card. Currently there is none. I think we can go second. Again, wait for power to be there if there is. Plenty of icon. I don't want to see Carhold, but then again, Carhold's not a character that's going to compete on the board that well. Okay. One Shaggy Dog still there. And 2 mystery cards. Wyman would be nice for Stark. It's not Wyman. Okay, Last Card Scouts. Well, Last Card Scouts and barring the gates, I don't know what they were expecting, but we are running out of these Lords and Ladies agendas, so yeah, probably looking at our other stuff that's still there, like Assault, and thinking that this is probably a good call. But no Intrigue icon. Well, needlessly nailed the Reducer, sure. I mean, it's not an amazing difference whether that's knelt or not, but let's see if Ilo allows it. He does, okay. Shaggy Dog will go again if we want, if he wants to cancel the reducers. Losing some more board state, there's not that many military icons. In Gravewind you don't want return to hand, right, with 2 cards. And he's a source of stealth, which could be relevant. Unless things go quickly for Ivilo now. He is winning on the board state massively. I mean, another Lord would be okay, because the one challenge where Stark can compete at the moment is power. We have 25 strength altogether. And Stark has 24 and a stealth character, so. There's the Viper. Needs to be Winterfeld. If you have to the Spears, it's trouble. Why didn't we... Oh, okay, never mind. Oof. Well. If it played Winter Festival, I think this would have been the final round. Might still be if we have to the Spears, honestly. Winterfell is kind of reserved for the... Well... What's happening? Water Gardens being triggered, okay. What's happening with the hand's judgment? That's still there from being discarded, right? So yeah, okay. One card left in hand. Graven still available to mess with the Viper also. And Ivailo uses Water Gardens, which means probably that he doesn't plan to play to the Spears, so... Still, the fact that Stark can't kill anything on demand is really the worst thing for them. Yeah. Just passing, okay. I do the challenge with the Viper first because it wins the game if it's not cancelled, and if it is cancelled, that card is then in hand, either Shaggy Dog or Greywind, to be pulled for claim. Or actually, you might just Winterfell that, right? Oof, and Ivailo plays to the Spears after having used Water Gardens. You need one Winterfell and one Greywind trigger to stop the Viper just winning. In the meantime, Anders will have Intimidate also. And there is Renown on Myrcella. Do you leave this so that Greywind can cancel? Because Greywind can cancel Duran's game. If that's in hand, it would be over if you Winterfell this. Yeah, it does Winterfell it, okay. Bit of a gamble. No power to take, but there is Intimidate. And we have Insight on the run at least, so. Okay, defense with the minimum. Now how do you do this? If you go military, there is only 23 strength, 21 on defensive, 80 stands, so Viper's not getting anything there. And Rob stands all that have defended back. Doesn't make any difference for the Intrigue challenge because there's no icons anyway. And if he has Doran's game, then it doesn't matter, it's just immediately over unless that last card in hand is Hand's Judgment, right? Worst case, we have Myrcella's Renown plus unopposed on the Intrigue, so should be up to 11. Doesn't put Myrcella in, so well, it's game over anyway. If it's the runs game, it's 15 because there's also unopposed. Ooh, Nightmares is the last card. Well, but it's still 6 strength, right, in the challenge. Do we have it? We don't. Yeah. And now we can't push through the military. So I think we pass. If we didn't have it, we'd have to use Myrcella, I think, a little more aggressively. She was in this challenge, and the previous round we would be on 12, and then we play Winter Festival, and it's really, really, really close. $20 for dominance for Gerald, and we have more because the run will be back online, yeah. Okay. Well, Stark needed to draw. Well, it takes Winter Festival, which means there's no power to steal. I think Stark needed to draw something that's good after a reset. If the reset doesn't come, then we will now slowly win, I think. Pretty sure Ivalo has Winter Festival available now. Then even Winterfell can stop it, although Grey Wind still can stop one Viper trigger and we spend to the spears, so. Ooh, rationing actually. Well, that stops it. That stops Viper and stops the Nance game. Who goes first? And can we get a Quentin as well? Because that's a printed renown, probably the only one we have, right? Ivalo goes first, well. If there's one intrigue icon, I'm pretty sure he can intimidate it with the Anders. Should win the power challenge, intrigue icon, in unopposed intrigue and some little bit of renown on Myrcella plus Winter Festival. Could be enough or it could not be. Let's see what comes into play. Oops, good. If there's something, another lord that doesn't immediately win, ooh, that's nice. That's excellent. So it slipped to block Greywind. If there's an old hawk or something that doesn't work, maybe keep it in hand because game could still go. Clitus, okay. Very good. And now best thing would be just to have to the spears or something. Let Myrcella do 2 challenges. Ah, Mira. Well. Mira to stop the massive strength, and then Stark's board's not that bad. Plus Bran, okay. Well, that was well drawn. Good chance that it prolongs the game. But we do have 2 spears. Is Bran sacking himself? Ah, Hand's Judgment, okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, this was good. Anders with Intimidate. Everyone going in and forcing defenders even if Doran's strength is taken away. How to start? Maybe just a cheeky military with Clitus. Probably not though, Shaggy Dog defense. If you start Intrigue, then I think Mira comes out of Shadows to defend, right? If you start other challenges, she may come and you can maybe play around her a little bit with Intimidate. Okay, 15, which is either forcing Mira to take the strength away or forcing a lot of defense. Does it make any difference if Mira comes out and blanks Anders? And you leave the strength B, because only Myrcella has Renown and there's no triggers. By the way, it could also just be small folk mob and not Mira at all to stand Rob on demand, or everyone with Rob on demand, I should say. Okay. Gonna let himself be intimidated, it seems. Still the armor is there, available. I don't have that much insight here, only Doran is in play. I can get insight on the old Hawk, and does Milario give Quentin? No, she gives him strength. Tristain can get insight. Could do with a bit. Nightmares. What's that going to be played on Winterfell to get the strength down? Oh, by the way, Last Heard Scouts is blocking Mira from being able to do anything. I just completely missed that. Ah, okay. So Rob already used. Cancel this nightmare. We don't know what it was trying to target. Gerald knows, but we don't know. Might have been Winterfell. Maybe the armory.
Just gonna say that Mira works even if there's less hard scouts. Just triggers the ability anyway.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be a defender for the Intrigue challenge. It's unopposed regardless.
Sure. You can stand her theoretically. That's a
Yeah.
bit of a waste.
Okay, Duran needs to go in because he has insight, and Myrcella needs to go into a winning challenge. We've not been doing that so far. I think the game would be over if he had. "15 minutes left only, and it's round 4. We're close to winning. Stark isn't that close, although can go quickly as well. But they really are not the fastest players. Well, go without Myrcella again. We don't have cards in hand, so we don't need to win by 5, but we're going 6 strength anyway. Gonna leave the rest for the power challenge, I guess. Yeah. Counting. Well, the count is quite simple. This will be 12, whatever you do. And the Winter Festival is not gonna be stopped, so that's 14. Which means you can't concede another 2 power apart from that, which means power challenge and Myrcella's renown would win it for Ivailo, even if he loses power back, unless there's also Winter is coming. But there isn't, because Winterfell was the last card. Now, if you go power with everyone, and Doran's ability gets blanked, what happens? We only have 16 then. And there's 17 on defense without using the armory. And if Doran doesn't get blanked, then it doesn't matter to go all in here. Just Myrcella and whatever, the Viper should be enough, right? There isn't enough strength to defend. Let's calculate exactly how much there is. 24 at the moment, plus maybe max 5 from Shadows, so yeah, just the Viper, Myrcella, and maybe Ricasso to be safe. Okay. Who doesn't put Myrcella in? Well, that's now not winning the game. Why doesn't he know that there is Renown and Myrcella and that she needs to go in these winning challenges instead of Milario? On the other hand, she does not kneel as a defender. But of course there is a blank. And that now means that this is going to be fully defended, right? Mira will go back to Shadows every round to repeat this. Then if we get Carhold, we could still be stopped. Milario and the Viper for 22, yes. So currently they are on 10. Myrcella in the Intrigue challenge would have been guaranteed. So I'm convinced Gerald could have done this Mira play earlier, and the military would have been much weaker if Anders' strength wasn't so big. Well, doesn't want to run into Prince's plan either. I can tell you there is one in the deck, and Water Garden still available also, so Okay, needs to basically defend this and win power back. It shouldn't be too difficult to calculate exactly. If there's Princess plan, this is still losing, but there isn't, okay. And the while was done, failed to get Myrcella's Renown. Winter Festival would have been 15, then you will lose power back and it's 14, but you might win dominance. I think the Princess Attendant might finally go, yeah. Has to stand power icon, right? Has to stand Eddie, so that's the armory going now as well. We have dominance guaranteed because the run text is back and Spotted Silva is 1000, so we can oppose this. We'll be on 14. Think there was a missed win this round. There's only 8 minutes left. At this pace, that's one more round and it's just gone. Eddie doesn't even have a body, right, in this challenge, does he? He has the reducer. 11-7. Well, Stark is also quick, that's the thing. But we are on 14. 11 on the faction card. And top decking, so we need to top deck into a car hold to stop Viper and Myrcella completely being a threat, or the old Hawk. Time for Wolves. Well, Graven's already in play. So I guess Summer's coming with nothing to resurrect, and Evala goes first. Single challenge wins it for him if there's no intrigue. Icon, that's it, right? And he also has air. What can he find? Rihanna Martell? Doesn't find anything. Well, fine. Not going to be too concerned about that. It is the last round though where we still have the massive strength. Oh, Bran Stark is resurrected. Well, resurrected, I mean, from the Discord pile. Yeah, I think Gerald needs a little bit of luck on this one to salvage it, because he doesn't have the armory anymore, so Mira can't come in. I mean, she could come in marshalling, but then she's not doing the blanking. If she comes in challenges, the last herd scouts will get her, then there could still be a stand if there's a Wyman Manderley or something. Well, that's additional problems, because even if you blank the run, he still has stealth to stealth the strongest power icon. And okay, that cancels a lot of the stand potential now for Gerald. Does he have a Caitlyn? He has draw. Needs 2 for Mira, so can't even have a Nightmares or anything still left, right? And he can't stand her. So think this is game. But just do it with Myrcella just in case, so that if it's opposed, that there is also renown. Just do the intrigue challenge, come on. Don't do a losing power challenge. If he somehow does a losing power challenge and concedes the AD power and some superior claim or something, that's he would still have spotted Silva just to win the game, I think. Okay. Yeah. Can't see this one being stopped. He spends the gold for other stuff. Yeah, he couldn't use Mira, so. Well, simply zero intrigue icons, that's what did it, because the blanking stalled a lot. I mean, and Stark was not doing that bad apart from these intrigue challenges just being so easy to do. And yeah, it was one round more than there needed to be because Myrcella wasn't going into the winning challenges. But we got the cards and it looks like there wasn't a good reset. Maybe there was Morgulis and we just out-duped Stark on this occasion. Happens. Yeah, missed. Had the bar in the gates and last card scout, so I was thinking about something else. Ivalo did play Kingdom of Shadows last round, so yeah, David was going to play this and he had to withdraw this round, so Ivalo just inherited this and made some changes to deal with the card hold situation, which I think were okay, but yeah, got the right cards anyway. So yes, that's all I can do this week. It's the last game I will record live, and if someone provides me recordings of the game without commentary, I'll record them the week after 8 Regents is finished. So thank you all for being with me in all of these videos this past 6 weeks. Hope you enjoy them. Hope there's more to come, but if not, thank you for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you in a week or so.